Hello all, I am Kelly Doyle with allthingsmonona.com and Realty Executives, and I am sitting here with Sonja Kruesel, who is the Monona City Planner. She is here to give us a wonderful update on the Riverfront Project. So just to kind of give us a general background, or how did the project come about?
Monona, in a lot of our long-range planning documents, we have a lot of language interspersed here and there about wanting to create a special sense of place and a unique sort of gathering or a downtown, something that we don't really have, because when we developed really quickly in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s, a lot of it was along the edge of town instead of in the middle of town along Monona Drive, and it was really auto-oriented. So businesses were coming in quickly to a business and leaving, and we didn't really have that Main Street experience where you could get out, walk to different places all at one time, socialize, grab a drink, grab something to eat. So I think that idea has been interspersed in our long-range planning for a long time. And then when the rubber actually hit the road, getting back from the big picture, around 2012, our then mayor noticed that a lot of the properties in this triangular area where the Riverfront Project is happening now were coming up for sale. So it just so happened he was seeing this opportunity, and what he really wanted to avoid was one property getting developed on its own and sort of thereby preventing a more cohesive and comprehensive thing from happening. Okay. So we desired to sort of put the properties together and see if we could do a bigger scale project than just a one-off like we are limited to in a lot of our redevelopment projects.
What is your particular role in working with the project?
So I'm employed as the city planner and economic development director. So I deal with staffing different committees in the city, like the Plan Commission, the Community Development Authority, etc., the bodies that deal with development and zoning and planning. So in that role, I attend all these meetings related to getting the project going, property acquisition, reviewing development plans with the Plan Commission. And I'm just one of a really good team that we have working on this project. So we have the mayor, the city administrator, our city attorney, our Community Development Authority chair, and we had consultants involved in that as well, planners and engineers. So all of us work together, and we were meeting quite frequently to keep all these different moving parts in order.
What has surprised you most so far while working on the project?
I would say the timing of this project was really interesting, and I mean by timing, I guess the quickness in which it occurred. And I think to some people, I just mentioned that we started looking at properties that were for sale in 2012, and now it's 2018. So that's a good handful of years, but when we were talking with other sort of advisors, developers in the area, they said good luck even getting property acquisition and control done in 5 years. So at this point, now 6 years later, we have gone through property acquisition. We relocated a 60-inch sewer pipe carrying a lot of the region's sewage that was previously located beneath the Chase Bank. We've got our developer on board, a great partner with Steve Dorn and Galway Companies, and we have the first phase. Walls are going up already. So we've got, I think, the quickness and just the perseverance that everybody that's been involved has been able to work together and get through things. It's pretty impressive, I think.
Can you describe in detail what the finished product will look like? I know there's phases, and I know there's a lot to it, but just to give us some idea.
So Galway Companies, I mentioned, is the master developer, and they're in charge of sort of meeting each requirement in the development agreement for the different phases. So phase 1, under construction right now, that's going to be a 5-story building. It's going to be mixed use, so there will be 96 apartments, and that all rentals. And then the first floor is going to be more traditional commercial and retail space. We're going to have an anchor restaurant, which I think they'll announce next spring. And then phase 3 is going to be a 5-story hotel, and it's called Avid, and it's by a brand called Intercontinental Hotel Group, IHG, and they do brands all from Intercontinental, there's one in Milwaukee, I think Hotel Indigo, all the way through Holiday Inn Express, and Candlewood Suites. So it's a big company, brand managing the new Avid flag. I think I left out the most important part, I think, is this new public space. So that's one reason why the project started too, is to promote access to the waterfront. We have this beautiful lagoon here in Monona, but no access to the Ohio River really from a public standpoint. So we're creating this new public park with this sort of interplay of the commercial uses where you can grab some ice cream even from a new park shelter that's going to be located there. We're looking at ice skating rink for the winter, something that we don't have ability to. I mean, we ice skate on this lagoon, but having that more commercial mixed use interaction is going to be fun.
So what do you think the impact on the community will be?
I think a lot of this relates to what I was describing about the project overall and why we wanted to pursue this, and that's somewhere to go and gather. And we have beautiful, beautiful parks and a lot of good family-oriented places to go in our residential areas, but there's not that experience where you can maybe shop. You can get out of your car and go to 2 or 3 different places and then grab lunch with some friends or grab a drink, or like I said, still good family opportunities, ice cream, hanging out in the park, and just have that more of a third place outside of your home and your business to go and relax.
Yeah. So what has been your biggest challenge working on the project so far?
I would say again, the biggest surprise, biggest challenge I think is the timing, and just we went really quickly and it's been worth it, but that required a lot of meetings and a lot of calling our consultants and hey, we need this tomorrow, sorry.
Yeah.
But just moving really quickly, and everybody's been really, really great. The decision makers, city council, planning commission, property owners that we were working with on that timeline, it's just been crazy.
Do you think there's something that the community will love the most about the project?
The public space is really what brings it together, because you can have a really great restaurant, you can have a beautiful new building, and the tax base from the apartments is going to be nice. But I think that public space is really what pulls it all together. There's going to be a lot there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little paddle sports launch, good bicycle parking, benches beneath the trees to sit and relax. We're going to be doing a little bit of a fire and ice theme with some fire pits.
Oh, nice.
Sitting in like Adirondack chairs maybe with some fire pits, and we have a committee and the parks director working on all those things.
Wonderful. Awesome. Well, this is great. I got a lot of information, and I hope you got all the details that you were hoping for. It's always nice to hear it from somebody working on it. So thank you guys so much. I'm Kelly Doyle, Realty Executive.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
You too.
Bye, guys.